I'm adding a home specialist out here for buyer agent.
Okay.
Because there's hundreds of new homes being built in Orange County
Nice.
every month. They're all in the $1 million to $3 million range. I'm bringing on an agent that is very good at it, been doing it for 10 years.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to get her to 1 a month by June and 2 a month by November.
Love that. Love that. Okay, so let me kind of untangle it and give you a little bit of a direction. For those of you guys who don't know, I opened for the first time, my private coaching session called The Path, where we work together. I broke it down into chapters. You're going to get all my materials piece by piece. You're going to get my coaching, implementation sessions, Q&As, and all that. If you're curious about it, here is the URL. Go check it out. It's goborino.com. You can come on board. It's month to month. You stay as long as you want. When you feel like you're done, groovy. My goal is for you to be up to speed, up to 1 listing a week or even better. That's the goal. All right, so back to Todd's question. So Todd, let's kind of back up a little. First, let me give you a simple approach to goal setting. We're going to work on this. Our next Path Live interactive session will be this Wednesday at 1 p.m. and we're going to dive deeper into this whole process, but I'm going to give you a quick, like a 10,000 foot overview, Tom. So the way you do that is you set up what I call the main target goals. These are the main objectives that you want to achieve that are based on that ideal lifestyle exercise we did. So let's say your goal, what is your goal for the next 12 months? How much money would it take to provide that ideal lifestyle that you want?
Well, that's the other kind of thing I did. I didn't go for an actual dollar amount. I went for a number of transactions.
Okay.
If I do 52 transactions, my buyer agents do half that, 26. That's going to put me in about $1.5 million range.
Okay, so about 1.5 mil. Now, here is how you're going to break it down. And I like how you break it down. This is what my buyer agents will do, and this is what my goal will be. And for those of you guys, maybe you're at 200,000, 100,000, it doesn't matter. But the exercise is the same. You build a lifestyle first. You start with a lifestyle first. That's the first and foremost. You're building the end result of what your life is going to be like. The type of home you want to live in, the car you want to drive. Todd, did you get a new car? Did you buy the BMW? Was that you?
Oh, absolutely.
Nice.
328i.
There, the white was like white, right?
Yeah, it's one awesome car. It's one of the top of the line BMWs
Nice.
they offer. It's got every option. The leather seats are. Yeah, I'm happy.
That's good.
Smiling from ear to ear every time I look at that car.
That's what I'm telling you guys. Build that ideal lifestyle and then just watch things start to show up, like in Todd's case. Now, Todd took the boot camp with me. He's been my student, so I don't want to promise you you're going to make the money and get the cars and all that. What I promise you is I will show you the path. That's why I call it that. So now going back to the goals. So you have your ideal lifestyle, and let's say there's a car on that list, there's a beautiful home, there's some vacations, all these nice things that you want to achieve in the next 12 months. Then you're breaking down, well, how many transactions on average, if I average out all my sales, how many will it take to get me to that? We did this exercise in Best Year Part 1 and Best Year Part 2. So then you're going to get a number. So let's say it's just for the sake of this calculation, it's 51 transactions. Then what you want to do is architect a very simple business plan. And you know me, I don't like when it's too complicated. I don't like when it's too difficult, too expensive. If it's 150 steps, nobody's going to do it. I don't want you to do it either because you're not. So what you're going to break it down into number of listings taken, because that's the part you control. You will not have direct control over buyers. Don't even think that. It's impossible. You can project somewhat. If you have a buyer's agent, you can kind of go about this much, but on that, you're not going to project. You're going to project listings. Then you're going to figure out the number of listings will generate number of buyers and close transactions. Then you're going to break it down. So listings is number one. Then from there, you're going to figure out how many appointments will it take to get that listings. So if I need 51, and let's say you're closing, what's your closing ratio, Todd? What would you say? If you go on 10 listing appointments right now, how many contracts do you walk away with?
Let's just figure conservatively and go with 7.
7, very good. So you have a 70% closing ratio. That's not bad. Now I'm cheating. I'm taking my calculator out because my math skills absolutely suck. So 7. So that means 51 listings will require to go on 73 appointments in the next 12 months. If I divide it by 12, you got to do 6 appointments a month. Okay? If I divide it by 4, so you're looking at between 1 and 2 appointments a week. That's your goal. And then the last piece to this puzzle, as you know, is how many leads do I need? In order for me to go on an appointment, how many leads? Now, I know a lot of you are sitting there going, either I'm too new, I don't know, or I've been in the business for 5 years, but I'm not tracking it. Start right now. Start immediately tracking your activities and the results you're getting. Not that you can directly control the results. You can't. You don't have direct impact on that, so focus on the process. But that process needs to be mapped out, at least in rough sketches. That means you need to have a pretty good idea. Does it take you 5 leads to get an appointment? Does it take you 10 leads to get an appointment? Does it take you 20 leads? Now, here's what I always encourage you to do. Start with high probability leads, because you don't need that many. Let me give you an example. If you have 10 motivated for sale by owners, now I'm going to give you my numbers. Yours will be very different, so don't quote me on it. But here are mine. If I have 10 motivated for sale by owners, I want to convert at least 25%, minimum. So that means out of 10, 25% would be at least 2 to 3 listings in there, at least. Now, if I have 10 leads that I got off the internet, that ain't going to convert. It's going to take a very long time. So what you want to look at is the quality of the leads where you start. For sale by owners, new expireds, old expireds, sphere of influence, referrals, open house visitors, those are all very good quality leads, as opposed to some anonymous person who filled out some silly form somewhere online. I'm not against online advertising or marketing. You know me. I think that should be part of your mix. Just understand the numbers will be very different. So now you have this roadmap. So if it's going to take you, let's just for the sake of this calculation, take 10 leads. So that means you have 730 leads to generate, about 60 a month. With the offline and online marketing, advertising, all that stuff that we talk about, with some support systems behind you, now you have a path. Now you have a target. Now, can Todd just by himself do 60 leads a month? That's a lot of work. And chances are he's not going to be able to do that. You're going to need some support system. You're going to need administrative support, first of all. That's the number one thing that's going to bog you down, is you will not have admin support. You're not going to have help. You got to fix that so that you focus on.
I already hired an admin assistant.
You hear that? That's what it's going to take. You have somebody who hand off the paperwork, you hand off all the bullshit work, you hand off all the busy work, or the stuff that you hate doing. All that gets delegated.
All the mailers, all the mailings, everything, the letters, the cards.
All that gets delegated.
All that stuff.
Where is the money? The money is in prospecting for new leads, calling expired listings, visiting for sale by owners. That's money. Following up with the leads you have. Quick call. Hey, wanted to let you know there's a new listing down the street. Wanted to let you know that property we talked about last time, it's under contract. That's where the money is. Connecting with your sphere of influence, calling your past clients, doing open houses, negotiating offers, doing listing presentations, previewing property. That's all money. The rest gets delegated. Good. So then you're going to build 4, maybe 5, but I would start with like 4 funnels that will start bringing these leads in volume to you. And you start again with the quality ones. Once you have the systems in place, you're going to add a follow-up system to it to follow up with those leads. Once you have that in place, you have a listing system in place. And we're going to build all this during Path. And some of it Todd already has from the bootcamp, so it's going to be a matter of fine-tuning it. But even if you don't, we can do it together. All right, Todd. So now your number one priority as far as breaking down the goals. Set up the big picture. Big picture we have, 51 listings. That's our big goal. All the nice things that will result from that. All the kumbaya good life, the umbrella drinks and vacations and BMWs and all that. And then as you break it down, my best tip I can give you when it comes to business planning and setting goals that you're actually going to reach and achieve is set up a 7-day action plan. 7 days. What can you achieve out of these 52 weeks that you have ahead of us in 7 days that will get you the closest to your 60 leads, to your 6 appointments, and 5 listings or whatever the numbers are? 7-day window. Break it down. What can I do in these 7 days? Here's why 7 days is an ideal window. Number one, it's plenty of time to really make significant impact on your business. You can achieve a lot in 7 days. You can make some significant changes. You can turn the course if you're in a rut, or you can really bump up your numbers. You can really enhance your business. You can do a lot in a week. It's a good time frame, but it is not so big where you're looking 52 weeks in advance and the numbers are so huge and overwhelming. So you're going to break it down into 7 days, 7 simple days. And then you're going to break it down. So I'm going to take at least 1 day off. How many days off do you take, Todd?
One. I like to take usually Sunday off because I go to church and stuff. Then I can relax, and I'm kind of a NASCAR fan, so NASCAR will be coming up so I can watch the races. But the 1 day a week I like to take off is Sunday.
Perfect.
And then I do open house on Saturday.
Perfect.
And hit it hard 10, 12 hours a day, Monday through Friday.
That's awesome. So you have 6 really productive days that generate leads, that build appointment base, that help you set up appointments, do all that stuff. 6 days is plenty. That's plenty. So now you have a 7-day plan. And you're going to organize your day, you're going to schedule your day that will support that big vision, that big goal. And what you're going to do on Saturday night, Todd, before you close the shop, is you're going to review those 6 days. You're going to review the week. And you're going to say, okay, let's take a look. What has gotten me closer to my goal? What are the things I did right? Where were we on track? Lead generation, setting up appointments, getting listings. You review those.
Okay.
That's step 1. Step 2 is you're going to ask yourself, can we do more of that? Can we improve this process, or is there a room to make it better, more profitable, or more effective? And this doesn't need to be long, complicated analysis. You just kind of glance at it and says, all right, we worked, I contacted, let's say, 5 for sale by owners. Out of those, I turned 3 into leads and 1 into a listing appointment. Groovy. Can we get more FSBOs? Simple as that. Simplify it. Doesn't need to be complicated. Second thing what you want to look at is, where did we fuck up? What got derailed? What is not working? And why? What are the hurdles? Where are the roadblocks we're hitting on these three elements? These 3 meaning lead generation, setting up appointments, and getting listings. What is or anything else? Anything else would be like, let's say you have a listing that's been sitting there for 3 months and you can't get the sucker sold. Those should be like a unique circumstances that you need to address. So once you analyze it, you're going to ask yourself, is that fixable? That's number 1. Number 2, is it necessary? Is this part of our path? Is this really contributing to our big goal? Or can we cut it out? Because here's what I'm offering you. 80% of your income comes from 20% of the things you do. And you will be surprised if you diligently review the stuff you and your team do every day, how much of that is busy, non-essential, non-important, non-productive work or tasks or goals or plans. Okay? So scrutinize it. And again, it doesn't need to be overcomplicated. You don't need to go like Warren Buffett business concepts or any of that.
No, that's the one thing I learned from you is keep it a little simpler.
Keep it simple.
Don't overthink it.
And just ask yourself, do we need to keep doing this? And if so, why is it not performing? What is the first thing we can do to fix this? Now, some of the things that I suggest is, instead of you doing it, can we delegate it to somebody else? Let me give you an example. One of the things I teach you guys is you do a lot of open house signs when you do an open house. I like to get 50, preferably 50 people to an open house. Now, if you get 20, 30, that's still good. But you want to have good traffic. In order for you to do that, you got to look at 15, 20 open house signs. Now, you and I know that's a lot of damn work. That's going to take a lot of time to put it all up and take it all down. Now, I had a Mercedes. There's no way you're going to fit 15 signs in that car. So I made a deal with my termite company. They would have a nice big truck. They would have people available on Saturday. Like you, I did open house on Saturday. They would load up my signs. I would give them a little printout of the map where I wanted them. Boom, done. And I told them, please take them down by 5. Done. They would put it in their warehouse, didn't have to worry about it. Can you delegate these kind of things to your affiliates, to your staff, to anybody around you who can support your business? Okay? So if you can fix it, fix it. If you can delegate it, delegate it. If you can simplify it, simplify it. But the first question to ask yourself is, do we really need to keep doing this? How essential is this? How is it supporting us to our big goal? So you do your weekly review. Based on that, you're going to open your calendar and you're going to start, all right, come Monday morning, here's our plan. These are the things we're going to achieve in the next 7 days. By Saturday night, here are the things that we're going to have done. And then you just time block the hell out of it. Just very specific time blocks of things that support that objective for the week. That objective for the week is going to support your objective for the month, which is going to support your main objective, which is the 51 listings taken. It's not going to be perfect. Don't beat yourself up. This is not about perfection. It's just like when you fly a plane from Washington, D.C. to Hawaii. It's going to be off course 98% of the time. It's going to be constantly autocorrecting, constantly. So the idea is not to get it right the first time, and if you don't get it right, say, well, fuck it, it's not working. The idea is to review and improve. Review and change. Review and enhance. Review and do more. Review and grow and learn. Because once you do this, you will come to one very simple but yet very powerful conclusion. There is no such thing as failure. You cannot fail at this. You simply say, well, that didn't work. Let's try something else. Are you with me?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Don't look at it so much as a failure.
Right.
Look at it as a learning experience and grow from it and adjust from it.
And to expect to get this right the first time or ever, to expect that this is going to be perfect, it's just, that would be an insane standard set so high that there is no way you can reach that. But here's the question. Doing it weekly, Do you believe that eventually you're going to reach your goal? Yes or no?
Oh, absolutely.
No question about it. Yeah.
If I break it down into monthly, weekly, and daily,
Yeah.
it's a lot more doable than looking at what I need to accomplish on an annual basis.
Exactly.
It's kind of overwhelming.
It feels
When you
huge,
break
doesn't it?
down
Yeah.
to weekly and daily, it's doable.
Yeah, that overwhelming will go away, because here is how granular you can get. And I feel the same way sometimes. I mean, let me tell you, I have a wall plastered with mind maps and the diagrams and things we did before we rolled out the path. It took us several months to plan it and get it ready for you. And when I was sitting there going, how am I going to teach these guys all this stuff? It felt so fucking overwhelming. We had mindset, we had schedule, we had confident communication, lead generation, offline. Oh, there was a whole bunch of stuff I wanted to teach you, because I know that's what it takes to succeed in this business. And I was sitting there seriously for several days going, there's just no way. I tried it in a boot camp and thought, you were a graduate, you know, it was a good program, but goddamn, it was a lot of work. And it was really overwhelming.
Yeah, it was kind of information overload almost.
Yeah. And now think about this. Path is Bootcamp 2.0. There's a whole lot more stuff, as you saw the schedule that we have ahead of us. But here's the thing.
Oh, absolutely.
I started breaking it down. I simplified it. I started creating these areas that we need to focus on. Mindset, schedule, lead generation, follow-up, other systems. And I broke it down further and further and further until we had these tasks. You can do the same thing to the point, and here's where you want to be. You're going to wake up tomorrow, Tuesday morning, you're going to have your cup of coffee, you're going to open your calendar, and without feeling overwhelmed, there'll be a set of tasks you're going to accomplish. And the reason it's not going to be overwhelming, because it's going to be nicely time blocked. You're going to know what the objectives are. You're going to not obsess over the results, because the result will be, did I get my job done? Whether for sale by owners will be nice or not, you don't control. Whether all the expired listings you plan to reach will be home or not, you don't directly control. You don't have direct control over things, but what you have control is over the process and the things you're going to be doing. And if you start breaking it down as, my number one objective is this, and I'm going to get it done from 9 to 11. Then my number two objective is from 11 to 11:30. And number three objective is from 3 to 5:30. And you have it all nicely time blocked. Then, and this will be the biggest challenge, is for you to stay so focused only on that task and not anything else. That's going to be the hardest thing. And it's going to take some practice, and you're going to get derailed, and you're going to get thrown off track. And things will go crazy at times, and there'll be this big explosion and fire that you have to put up, which is a deal is going to fall apart, or a seller losing their mind or whatever. And you simply recompose, you simply reset, and you start again. That's the goal. That's the plan. That's the way. Make sense?
Oh, absolutely. Not only that, by doing my schedule daily, it'll get easier and easier every day. And then in the morning when I wake up and I look at it, I go, hell, this is going to be a piece of cake today.
Yeah.
Piece of cake, nothing to it. And then I can just hit it hard with a lot better attitude than going in, oh my God, this is daunting. How am I going to get this done? Now, piece of cake, man, I can do this. I only got to get with 3 people today. I only got to get 3 leads.
There you go.
I can do that and then some.
There you
Nothing
go.
to it.
That's the whole idea. And then as we're going to work together, once in a while I'm going to ask you, hey, give me your stats, tell me what's working, tell me what's not working. And together we can see how the plane is off course, how it's veering, but is it going in the general right direction? And in most cases it will be. And if it's not, we'll just correct. We'll just correct. Okay, change altitude, change direction, do this, don't do that. Simple as that. Yeah?
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
I mean, I got espresso. I really liked it, but in the air, and you know I'm in Orange County, California,
Yep.
so they loaded up. By the time I go back 2 years, I got over 5,000 active leads
Wow.
in there that have not, and then they take out the relisted every day.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here with 4,500 of them, and I thought, oh my God, this is absolutely daunting. What do I do?
Yeah.
So the first thing I did was I narrowed it down. I took them and segregated them to about 30 different sections, areas.
Uh-huh.
And now it's down to where there's 100 to 200 to 300 in each section. So now it's like, okay, I'm going to take this section. There's 300 of them, and boom, just hammer them 300 out. Go to number 2, go to number 3.
And that's manageable. You can do that.
And it went from 4,500 to 5,000. That's unbelievably daunting and overwhelming, down to totally manageable.
Mm-hmm. Good for you. Outstanding. All right, Todd. Well, I'm looking forward to having you on Path. For those of you guys who are wondering, go to goborino.com. There's a video that explains what the coaching is about, how we're doing it. You can jump on board. We have our next live session will be on Wednesday, but if you come later, it's fine. You're going to catch up. It's study at your own pace with my help, with my hand holding. All right, Mr. Todd.
The other thing is,
Yes, sir.
I look forward to meeting you in San Jose in March because I'm definitely going
Oh,
to the Tony
nice.
Robbins.
Nice. We're going to Tony Robbins, and don't quote me on this because we're in very early stages, but I'm planning a small event, really small event. And you guys tell me if that's something you would be interested in.
Well, I'll be there because I've already got my tickets. I've got my room. I'm
Good.
in.
But here's the idea I had.
Just that for nothing.
Tell me if that's something you guys would benefit you, because I really would do it just because I enjoy working with you so much. So I was thinking,
absolutely.
what if I took
You're gonna put on
10 people, 10 agents, and we locked ourselves up in some secret bunker here in DC, in some cool office space, somewhere where we have giant whiteboard and we have a TV or whatever, and we worked intensely on your business for 2 straight days. Is that something you guys would be interested in? Now, it wouldn't be cheap. Be ready.
I'm definitely in with on that with you.
But it would be a really small group, 10 people max. We would have lunch together, we would have dinner together, we would hang out, and we would do nothing but see where you are in your business and figure out strategies that you can deploy right away to get you to your goal. Something that would interest you?
Absolutely.
Okay. Then
Absolutely.
Okay. Cool. Then we'll talk more about it. I mean, I don't have anything other than an idea I started playing with. Hannah and I were talking over coffee because I was a part of a group like that in San Diego where I flew down there with 7 people. I hung out with my man Frank Kern, paid him a lot of money, and it changed my life. It was very, very cool to have somebody as smart like that to analyze my business, and I would like to do the same with you guys. Okay, cool. So we'll talk about it. We'll plan something. Mr. Todd, great chatting with you, my good friend.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Borino.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate everything you're doing for
I
me.
love working with you, man. Your enthusiasm and the way you approach your business and your life is absolutely fantastic. All right.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, this worked pretty well, this whole call thing, right? I can even show your comments here. Hey, Mr. Kevin. How you doing, Mr. Kevin from Cancun? Good to have you, my good sir. Let me just make one change here. This. All right, good. So you guys would be interested in that little mastermind. Like we would just scheme and brainstorm, you know, for 2 straight days. And I could help you with whatever you feel like I can help you with, lead generation, follow-up, presentation, whatever. Hey, Shauna, good to have you. We had a huge open house success lately. Would love to do a webinar on generating business on open house soon. Let's do this. Let's put it on the calendar, Shauna. That would be fantastic. I would love to do that. That would be great. Because you really know your business. You really know. We had a really good session with Shauna. Did I pronounce it right? You know me and names, right? I can fuck up a name like Frank. No kidding. So I hope it's Shauna, not Shana. Shauna, right? Anyway, would love to have you. Would you guys like to see how we had a session with you, how to generate online leads? I know you like Yoplo or other technology, and you do these high volume calls in a very competitive California market. So I would love that. Let's talk offline. I'll get in touch with you and we'll put something on the calendar for the next few weeks. That'd be fantastic. All right, good. Cool. Vicky says, what was the name of the guy who changed your life? Did you say Frank Kern? Kern, K-E-R-N, Frank Kern. He's like my business advisor, marketing advisor, human psychology. A lot of the stuff I teach you about human behavior, why people like you or how they make decisions. A lot of that I get from Frank, the books he recommends and the studies we do together. And he is also, when we started putting together the path, I wanted to figure out a way how to teach it well because he has a similar program. And it's working really well. I'm a member of it. It's a monthly membership just like the path is. So I flew down to San Diego, paid him $18,000, and we spent 2 days together just masterminding and talking in the small group. Now, don't worry. This group will not be $18,000, so don't freak out, please. But we will do something cool. I thought that would be kind of fun to take you guys who are like passionate, enthusiastic, and want to take it to the next level quickly. And it would be a very intimate experience because you could bring your stuff, bring your marketing materials, your website, whatever you feel would be time well spent. We would eat lunch, find some nice space here in DC where we can do it. Go out to have dinner. You would meet my lovely bride. Hannah would join us. We get some fancy limo or something to drive us around, you know. Nice Uber, black car or something, and spend a couple of days just scheming, masterminding, and brainstorming. All right. Hey, Mr. Todd, good to have you, sir. Vicky says, I'm so glad I watched this today. Good. That's really good. All right, friends. So we have a few more. Do we have anything else? Anybody else, you're on the telephone? If you want to chat with me, I can take one quick call. So here is the number. Let me show you to dial. 641-715-3605. You're going to hit the code 801031 and then the pound sign, the hash sign. And you're going to pop it on my screen and we can have a quick little talk. Here's the information on the path if you're curious. We still have a few spots. So we're going to do a cool session on open houses. I think that would be great. I think that would be very, very helpful. Because spring market will be here before you guys know it, and it would be good, good, good. Jeremy's watching. Hey, Gail. Lovely to have you. Gail is saying hello. Louis. Louis says, don't think I got an invite for the Path Facebook group. We have a special group just for you guys who are students of the Path. If you haven't received the invite, please get in touch with my staff. Shoot a quick email to info@borinoproductions.com. info@borinoproductions.com, Louis. There is a email that went out right after purchase pass. The link was there. Sometimes these things get stuck in the spam filter, so shoot us a quick email. We'll set you up. It's a great group. It's a small group, not like this rockstar giant group, which is awesome. We grew so fast, and I appreciate that. But Cheryl says, Borino is awesome. Well, thanks. All right. I like that. When they call me awesome. So does this all make sense to you guys? This planning approach. Keep it really simple. Don't overthink it. Don't overanalyze it. Set your weekly goal. Because at the day 7 or day 6, depending on how many days you work, you're going to look back at that week. First, you're going to feel a sense of accomplishment. See, if it's a year ahead, to get there is going to take a year. And that's a long time. And there are so many obstacles and speed bumps you're going to hit along the way that it's so easy to get discouraged, to get distracted, to get sidetracked, to get attracted by a new shiny thing that's going to pull you in a different direction. And then this shortcut, and there's magic pill, where if you just say, these 7 days, I'm just going to get shit done. I'm going to map it out the best I know how. I'm going to set up these simple activities that I know will get me closer to my goal. Excuse me, and I'm just going to work my ass off every day. I'm going to plan it up. And you know what the biggest challenge will be? Let me tell you where you're going to get challenged a lot. Is you're going to open your calendar and not do the thing you planned to do. That's going to be the biggest challenge. For you to be disciplined enough to look at the activity on your calendar and say, I'm going to get this done no matter what. Because there'll be Facebook pulling you, there'll be emails, there'll be texts, there'll be other people in your office, there'll be your kids, your spouse, there'll be the lovely weather outside, and there'll be beer with friends. And there'll be the admin busy work that feels so satisfying, but it's not getting you closer to that. That's going to be the biggest challenge. And that's a muscle you have to develop, is your focus and discipline, where you just say, no matter what, this is going to get done. And if my phone is my biggest distraction, it's going into airplane mode in the drawer over there, and I'm not going to touch the fucker. But then your drunken monkey is going to say, but what if a buyer calls you? What if you have a hot lead? You should have that phone handy, which is the first step to giving up. It is the first step to allow the distractions, to allow the temptations, to allow veering off, getting off track, getting off schedule. You got to watch that. Because you don't have the luxury to have an idiot boss, somebody who's really mean and rude to you, or a coach like me who's going to grab the whip and say, go to work, let's get it done. You got to do it yourself. Then again, the advantage is you're your best coach. Because if you set goals like Todd was talking about, big goals, ambitious goals, fun goals, where you say, well, I want those, not getting those, not an option. That's not a possibility. I'm doing it. I promised my family. I promised my kids. I made a commitment. You publicly declared it on the Path group, right? That's one of the exercises we do right at the beginning. When you come to do the Path with us, one of the first things I ask you to do is make a public declaration of your goals. You know how hard it's going to be to say, I'm not doing it, I'm not on track, it doesn't matter to me, I'm a goofball, I'm a failure? That's going to be hard. And I will, of course, help you and inspire and support you. But at the end, it's up to you, baby. Your life, you're driving, which is both the blessing and a curse. Okay. Very good, my friends. Good morning, happy Monday, and make every day like Monday, says Fadi. That's a good advice. Karen from San Diego checking in. Miss Karen, always lovely to have you. All right, guys, are you still on the phone? If there are people on the phone, I can take one more call. If you want to talk to me, let me show you the number. We just kind of experimented with this. I thought it would be kind of cool to have actual conversations, chat with you one-on-one. So that's the number you're going to dial. You need to press the pound sign after the code. I don't know why we didn't put it on the slide there. So you're going to dial 715-3605. Code is 801031. And once you get online, you can actually hear the broadcast there as well. If you want to talk to me, you're going to hit *6 on your phone. That's going to pop here on my screen. All right. Hey, Mr. Brian English, good to have you. Guys, I have an invitation for you tomorrow. And here we go again, these goddamn names. See, I'm going to butcher it. I hope I won't. I think it's Stefan. It's spelled Stefan. Great guy. Great agent. Keller Williams rock star who did 217 deals. Majority of those came from online. He's running some killer Google AdWords campaigns and some Facebook campaigns. So I'm going to chat with my man, total rock star, online digital ninja tomorrow, where he'll walk us through it, how he does it. All kinds of cool tricks, all kinds of secrets. Now be ready. If you want to take this path, if you want to take this road, doing the online stuff, I don't discourage it. But this is not a magic answer either. You're going to learn that shit really well because you're going to burn through so much cash and not get anything if you screw this up. Speaking from experience. I mean, we run big, expensive campaigns on Facebook right now. Trust me, we're going through cash, but we need to watch it closely. So you got to learn it yourself. Once you learn, you can delegate it, but learn it first and be ready that you're going to do it for $5 a day. It's going to take some cash. It's going to take some investment and some time before you start recuperating results. But it is a viable option. It is one way to do business. And you know, my approach is to teach you, give you, like a buffet in Vegas, where you can pick, I want this, I want that, and I want this, and I don't want that, which is cool. Okay? What I teach is what I know. I will not be teaching you Google AdWords because we don't do Google AdWords. I didn't become successful as a real estate agent running Google AdWords. Now, I know things about Google AdWords, but I don't feel competent enough to teach you how to do it in real estate. That's why I bring these cool rock stars like Shayna, like Stefan, and like Nick and Tristan, my good friends from Lab Codes Agents, will be talking to you about what is it like to be a digital ninja agent running a business in 2018 using the latest tools. So we're going to have an interview with them. All these cool things are coming. For those of you who have the Success Plus, who have the Expired Plus, who either graduated from the bootcamp or are doing the path, I will have a 3-part private series just for you guys on expired listings to get you ready for the spring market. But you must have one of these systems. Either be on path, have the Expired Plus, have the full Success Plus, or be a bootcamp graduate. So there'll be an announcement. I'm doing a 3-part session just for you. It's going to be a Q&A as well. It's going to be a lot of me telling you stuff, teaching you stuff, helping you fine-tune the system, so be ready for the spring for the expireds. So look for email from your Coach Borino. Hey, Mr. Dom, good to have you, sir. Mr. Dominic Zimmer checking in from Boise, Idaho. Pretty chilly out there, I can imagine. All right, friends. So I want to close with something to ponder, something to think about. You watched the Super Bowl last night, many of you. Right now I didn't. I admit, I'm not a huge sports fan. We did other stuff, and we don't even have regular television at home, so it was pretty much impossible for us to watch. But here's what I can tell you. The people who get to that level, the Super Bowl level, and I wish I could name the players and I could give you these fancy stats and insights, but it would sound goofy because I would be pulling out of my ass using the technique also known as rectal extraction. So we're not going to go there. No rectal extraction here. But here's what I can tell you. They didn't get there by circumstances. They didn't get there because the conditions were right or they got lucky. They got to play the most important game of their life because of only 2 things. A little bit of skill and talent and more hard work than anybody else. That's it. A little bit of skill and talent and tons of hard work. My son last week made a cut. There is a district band, which is in 3 days, they put together, an orchestra puts together a performance. And it's a big deal. And everybody who studies music, is interested in music, goes and auditions for this orchestra. This year, they had 500 kids audition for the trumpet section. My son was one of them. 8 kids made it out of 500. He was one of them. And I tell you, as a parent, it was one of the proudest days of my life. He worked his ass off Thursday night, all day Friday, all morning Saturday to do a live performance on Saturday. I will next time, on our next live, play you a little video clip I recorded. They performed beyond the level of professional orchestra. I know a thing or two about music. My mother, as you know, she's a performer, musician, grew up with it, studied music as well. Everybody in our family plays. It was amazing. A little bit of talent, an insane amount of hard work. What these 13-year-olds were able to pull off over Thursday night, Friday, and Saturday morning was on a level of orchestra that would study a piece for weeks. Professional musicians. It was incredible. Those boys on the field yesterday, a little bit of talent, a lot of hard work. Every single listing appointment you go on is your Super Bowl. And there are only two possible outcomes. You win or you lose. That's it. There's no in between. There's no gray area. Either you get the ring or you don't get the ring. Either you get the listing or you don't get the listing. Either you win or you lose. Some agents still have the audacity, the balls, to show up unprepared. You deliver your A game. You deliver your Super Bowl. When you prospect, when you follow up, when you present. Those are the three areas. How you prospect is your Super Bowl. How you follow up with that lead is your Super Bowl, because you either win or you lose. Will you win every single time? Of course not. But what I want you to look back is at that day, at that week, like we talked about with Todd, and say, I gave my best. This is the best I can do at this moment. And I will do better next time. Because I understand if I keep getting better and better and better and better, I'm going to start winning. Little bit of talent, whole lot of work. Now, many get distracted and many get discouraged by how much work it takes. It takes a lot of work. This is not an easy business, by any means. But show me another business where you can come in and within first, let's say 2 or 3 or 4 years, earn hundreds of thousands of dollars, which any one of you can. A little bit of talent and a boatload of hard work is what it's going to get you there. Does that make sense? Play Super Bowl level. Fuck the mediocrity, fuck the deal here and there, a little bit this, a little bit that, nonsense. If you don't have a goal to make at least $200,000 in the next 12 months, you're in the wrong business. And you're missing a tons of opportunity, and you're fucking yourself up, your family, your kids, and people who depend on you. And if you want to change, the beautiful thing is you can change anytime. You can restructure it, you can shift, you can replan and be on track like that. A little bit of talent and a whole lot of hard work. All right? A little bit of inspiration on this Monday morning. I didn't really plan it this way. I thought we're going to get people on the phone and we're going to chat, but it seems like turned out to be a little bit of a motivational speed, but it will be a good way for you to start your week. Join us tomorrow. It's going to be a great conversation I'm going to have with Stefan or Steven. Forgive me. I got to learn. He will tell me, he will teach me. I will not screw it up again. But it's going to be a good session, free, right here in Rockstars, how to crush it online, especially with Google AdWords and Facebook. He will share some tips with you, and I'm really looking forward to it. Learning some cool stuff myself is always great. Path Call is coming Wednesday. If you want to hop on Path, just go to goborino.com, check it out, sign up. You're going to get a welcome package in the mail from us, and we're going to get going. All right, friends, that's all the time we have. I think the Verizon guy will be here any minute. Oh, no, we have a couple more minutes. Kara says, I'm on cue. All right, then let's do this real quick. Hold on. I'm going to pick up. Hey, Kara, can you hear me? It's Borino. Hello, Kara.
Oh, hi there.
Hi there.
So I just had a quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm a student in your path, and I just finished listening to the some of the extras that you gave us. One was the Mind Hacks with Stephen Hilgart,
Yes.
I think, from the Tony Robbins group.
Yeah.
And he had mentioned, I live just about an hour and a half from San Jose here in California, but he had mentioned that as, and I know it was pre-recorded at the end of October, so I'm not even sure if it's something still available, but as your coaching clients, he was offering like a special on tickets. And so I was just wondering if something like that is even still available to us.
It's still available. I will get in touch with my man, Steven, good friend of mine, so I'm sure we can arm wrestle him into something. What I'm going to do is I will get in touch with Steven just to confirm. I don't want to promise something I can't deliver. As soon as he confirms it, I'm going to post his contact information and put you in touch with him, and you can make arrangements. But it's going to be pretty fun. We're going to have a small group of rock stars there. My wife Hannah and I will be there, and I would look forward to hanging out with you guys. And spending 3 days with Tony is amazing. If you've never done Unleash the Power Within, it is a life-changing event that's definitely worth attending.
Yeah, I'd hate to miss it, and this meeting you being just so close here. So
it'll be fun,
would awesome.
Especially if you're so close. I mean, being an hour and a half is a great opportunity.
Yeah.
All right, so if you guys are curious, what I'm going to do is get in touch with Steven. I'm going to give him a call after we finish, and I'll post it right here, post his contact info. If you're interested, if you'd like to get tickets, he promised us our little section, our little VIP section, and we're just going to hang out. It'll be great to hang out with you in person and just chill, and and watch Tony do his magic. So that'd be great. Yeah, good. Thanks for bringing it up. That's going to be this March. I think it's like March 15th, something like that. Yeah?
Okay, thank you.
All right, Karen. Thanks very much. All right.
All participants are unmuted.
So this was good, right? This worked pretty well. This call thing, you guys could hear everybody. So next time we do like role play and stuff, I can chat with you. Pretty proud of the team on Borino Productions who put this together. That's pretty cool. All right. Todd has a good quote for you guys. Check this out. Vince Lombardi, winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. There is no second place. Either you win or you lose. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Play your Super Bowl. Play your Super Bowl. Practice for Super Bowl. Prepare for Super Bowl. Deliver Super Bowl. Because if you don't, somebody else will. This is a competitive business. There are over 1 million real estate agents. And many of them are hungry, eager, passionate, and some coached by me. So deliver your Super Bowl. All right, guys, did you enjoy it? Was this good? Cool. Very good. My friends, thanks for being here today. Appreciate this little impromptu Q&A with your Coach Borino. Those of you who have joined the path, I'm excited. I'm so excited we're going to do this together. It's going to be a good journey. If you're thinking about it, go to goborino.com, jump on it, and join us tomorrow for that cool session and many more coming your way. We have some pretty big plans of some cool stuff coming. If there is anything I can do to help, post your question right here on Rockstar. Get in touch with us. Reach out. One way or another, let me know. One of the reasons we created this group is to have the resources where you can just come in a safe environment without being mocked or attacked or ridiculed, where you can ask. And for the rest of us to put our heads together and come up with some cool ideas and some cool tips. If we see you do some bullshit, like post spam or be mocking or be an idiot, we're going to kick your ass out. We kick out people daily. I have about 5 or 6 admins now watching over the group, and if you're an idiot, you're going to get your ass kicked. So don't do that. Be cool. It's one thing to have fun and use humor. I have no problem with it. I'm the first one to admit I can be pretty in your face and all. But let's not be rude to each other or inappropriate to each other. Let's keep this group as a support group where anybody can come and say, hey, I need help with something. Okay? It's a great resource even for me. I love going there and sharing ideas with you guys, but I don't have all the answers. But let me tell you, if 26,000 of us put our heads together, we can come up with some pretty cool stuff, don't you think? All right. Another good session, another good time with my rock stars. Have a fantastic week. If you haven't already, plan your day. Plan your day, even for this afternoon. What can I do? What will get me closer to my goals? What are the 3 most profitable things I can get done today that will get me there closer? How do I play my Super Bowl today? How can I turn Monday into the Super Bowl, then Tuesday, then Wednesday? What will it take? A little bit of talent and a boatload of work. All right, friends. Thanks very much. Have a terrific week. Coach Borino signing off. I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Have a fantastic week. Let's go get him. Bye, everybody.